think we're live. It says we're live. We must be live. I try not to shout. Bill Moore, you're here. Bill, our partner in crime. Jennifer, welcome. I'm not seeing him over here. Welcome, Linda.
Kelsey,
hello,
Linda.
hello. It's so good to see all of you. How come you're? I'm like not. There it is. Now it's coming in.
Okay.
I know.
It's
We're
different
not here to
every single time I log in. So
everybody's experience will vary. I think maybe that's probably a great place to start. Hello, everybody. I'm Margaret Tien, and delighted to welcome you here this California Sunday afternoon, and it is early evening for you. Kyla, off outside of Houston, Texas. We have joining Australia, New Zealand, Calgary. They haven't refreshed on my other screen here, so I'll need you to chime in. Rochester, New York, welcome. My cat is awake. I'll have you know that she, I swear to God, she gets ready. As soon as she sees the lights go on, man, she is good to go. Okay, Mama, I'm good. So we're here today. We're here today to talk about the other end of the RootsTech ride-along. Say it with me, people. RootsTech ride-along. I'd say, it was one of those crazy ideas that maybe wasn't so crazy after all. It was very fun. And I think it doesn't just go to show that RootsTech is fun. Oh, shh. Dear Mert's in the building. The other sides. Let's take for a moment here and recognize that it wasn't just relatives at RootsTech. It wasn't just the RootsTech ride along. It was the very fact that so many people did this together. And so many of you that are chiming in here and chatting with each other, we're all part of this together. And honestly, RootsTech was only part of this. RootsTech was just an excuse, an opportunity, a moment, a smidge, a little kitten. It was part of what made all of this work of realizing that genealogy is a team sport. We do it together. I mean, all of us share this feeling, and we do it for our kids. We do it for the descendants we'll never know. I'm picking up on all this work that my grandmother did. I never met her, in my memory anyway. And here you are, the mistress of all wondrous things, of all great knowledge. And yes, we are better together. That is a key lesson. Not only did we all have a grand old time, but also in these forms of collaboration for these conferences. I mean, what is a collaborative tree like FamilySearch's tree? It's a way of doing this together with people you don't even know. We were just talking about that. So, Kyla, you can get a word in here. Edgewise, okay. I promise.
Get started. I know, right? Exactly.
Welcome, Carl.
Okay, so the countdown is on to the shutdown of relatives at RootsTech. So we've got less than a week now. So
Thursday, 4 days.
So Thursday, I don't know if you guys are still watching your numbers travel on up, but mine are still definitely going up. Worldwide, 729,017 people have signed up in general. Yes. And drum roll, how many you got, Barbara?
Oh, I didn't know I was going to be asked.
Oh, no, I was going to ask. You didn't know. I should have warned you. That's okay.
For starters, I think we all know that Kyla is just off the rails. Any one of us can be taking the little drum rolls for any little number. I got very lucky by I feel like I hit an escalator. It happens that I have, as many people know, I've referenced several Quaker ancestors. And then I discovered through, what was the project called again? The big records post that they put up. We'll think about it in a minute. Okay, there we go. Thank you. Dear Mert pops in to say mine are in the 500,000.
Okay,
that's surprise
way
me.
out of my league.
Any of you, are you not related to Dear Mert? And if not, why not? You just don't know yet. Exactly. There you go. And, Jennifer, there's a great point. Mine are up to 955, she chimes in with. And in fact,
Yay.
I think what the best fun is hitting those little milestones. Because, gosh, we are so numbers driven. Just hit those little
Yes.
milestones and take the celebrations. Mine are, whoops, it just,
Mhm.
48,422. So I'm gunning for at least 48,425.
Right?
But honestly, for all of Roots Tech, my biggest, most extraordinary numbers have come from the people I have the fewest connections to. It's the
Mhm.
ancestors with the fewest connections, because those are the branches that I know the least about. And boom, it's opened things up totally. So again, I jumped
Right.
in. Where are you?
Very good. 76,000 and 65. That's
65.
okay. It's okay. So I did a double check on because one of the things that I'm trying to decide. Okay, woo, good job, Bill.
See,
You're getting close.
Bill and me were like the Quaker, the
The
Quaker
really
heads.
and truly the more you work on your tree and the more that you collaborate, it
Yeah,
snowballs because other people are also collaborating and working
yeah.
on the tree. So
Oh, Rob, whoa, amazing.
wow. Did some work this time,
You
right?
did.
There we go.
And
Exactly. We're not ever alone.
bunny slippers. Bring us your slippers.
I'm actually barefoot today, so anyway,
That's because
yes.
you're in Texas. You can do
So
that.
what I was going to say was what I'm started to do this week is decide where like okay where am I actually gonna cut it off, and I'm gonna go with first, second, and third cousins because I actually do have one first cousin that popped up, which is crazy, twice removed, but still. And then I think I have
I
five
had no
second
idea.
cousins, and then all the rest are third or lower. So I'm gonna stop at third.
And when you
Uh,
say stop and go to, talk to us about what you're doing with those
to double
first,
check.
second, and third.
Okay, so this is going to be my double checking list right now. What I want to make sure is that I have that I've saved everything that I want to out of that. Hang on, let me give me reviews real quick.
I'm taking notes.
So that means their username, and that's not necessarily their real name. So their
Right.
username is what they registered for RootsTech as, and they can
Hmm.
change that every year. Okay. So you want to write that down because it might be different next year, or it might be the same. You might be looking for them, but also their real name if you can figure out what it is. Sometimes they don't have that on there. Um,
Hmm.
Double check on their when you click on them on the what do you call it? There's a little card that pops up. I don't know what they call it. That's like a profile card with the one with their picture and tells and if they say where they are from.
It's the pop
Sometimes
over when you look at the
yeah,
map
the
and then
pop
you click
over
on
on the map.
that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Sometimes that little card will tell you their email address, and so double
Mhm.
check those as well to see if that's we talked about this just a little bit earlier, but those 2 things, the location and the email address, are something that user has to opt into, and some people may not have even realized that they didn't do that, and so that's why you're not getting their information. But okay, the serious researchers probably have turned it on, right? Or the ones that wanna be contacted, maybe. But anyway, so you wanna get their full name. Another thing that I try to do is go back up their tree, so pop open their tree, your relationship, and make sure that you screenshot that. So we're gonna talk about that just real quick. If you don't know how to do that, hopefully everybody does know how to do a screenshot. But if not, on Windows, it's the Windows key, Shift S, and
And
then drag what you want to screenshot. Be sure to get the very top, this way, I guess, left, where it shows their username, and then
mhm,
all the way down. It's a better idea to do this on your
desktop.
desktop. Mhm. Yeah, because on the if you try to do it on the phone, this resolution's terrible, and sometimes you can't read their names.
Yeah.
So,
Contact
yes?
and add the contact.
Oh, right. Right. And add them as a contact. Right. That's right. That little plus, go through and make sure that everybody has a plus. It's a plus or minus. It's a toggle. So just
or
kind
an
of,
X. Yeah.
or X. Yeah. X or,
Yeah. So you could, that's one of the nice things is that you can say, as I'm doing maybe now, can't say that I am, but you're scrolling down through everybody from, like, in my case, the closest is fourth cousin. So I'm just going through those and just eyeballing. Is it already a plus? Is it already a plus? Is it
already a
already a
plus.
plus?
Mm-hmm.
And then I can, because I just have to be methodical because otherwise I get lost down a rabbit hole for each one. So
Yeah.
go on. You were saying,
Get
so
them
you
all
have get the username, get the real name, get the group
Mhm.
tree as a screenshot. We talked about how to take a
as a
screenshot of that
screenshot.
tree
Okay.
and go on.
And okay. And then go up to click on their, the ancestor above them. Like sometimes they'll say living is right above them. So that means their parents still
Mhm.
living. You can't see their information, but go to the one, the closest one above them that's deceased and write
Mhm.
down your that PID.
Ah,
Okay. Because that's how you're going to be able to find them again.
aha. Okay.
Okay.
Got
So
that.
that's it. Yeah.
And it
Put
might
that in
even
your
be the
spreadsheet.
name of your might even be the name of the file for the screenshot, depending on how you do things so
Hmm.
that you keep them connected.
Keep them
I
connected.
see.
Yep.
Okay, keep
That
going.
is a
And
very
what
good idea. And then go into your chat history for the
uh-huh.
people that have responded and be sure to screenshot your chats also.
You lose the chat?
No, you don't. No, you don't. Well,
I
it
think it
behaves
keeps the
differently
archive.
different years.
Oh, ah. So just
Sometimes
because it
what
was there last year doesn't mean it'll be here next year.
yes,
Got it.
exactly. And sometimes you have to re-message the person in order for the chat
Yeah,
history to refill.
I
Also,
see.
it's very unusual. I don't know exactly what's happening, but yeah,
Right.
so sometimes you'll
Right.
even when it's active, sometimes you'll
Right.
click on somebody and you're like, "I know I've chatted with this person." But
Right.
then it so, like, you just say hi and then hit return, then it'll populate.
Right. So you were the one who so wisely said that, and this has worked for me, that when you reach out to these people whom you think, you get all excited because this is the one linchpin to this whole connection, and you just, I don't know, maybe I do this, I'm not saying, blather away with everything you know. And you sound on the other side like a crazy person. And you said, yeah, no, not best idea. Instead, keep your stash of introductions,
Mhm.
gentle introductions by family lines so you don't scare them. And ask what?
Um, I usually say something like, "Hey, I'm working on this line. Would you like to work together on this? Would you like to share information?" Especially the lines that I know that I have photos and documents on, then I can say that. Usually right away, I will also say that, I can share stuff if you will share your email address with me. I can email you copies of whatever it is. Um,
Now, notice everyone. This is really a subtle, subtle social art. A little careful engineering going on here. Notice that she doesn't say, hi there, friend. We're cousins. Have you done a lot of research on X? Because they feel like an idiot. There's no good answer to that. No, you say, I am working on this thing. I see we're cousins. I'd be more than happy to share what I have. Give first. Did I interpret
mhm,
that right? Not
that's
to
it.
be too,
That's it
too,
exactly.
honestly, it's insider tip. When I was a startup founder out there on Silicon Valley, literally Sand Hill Road, pitching investors, we were taught to do that. It's exactly the same.
Just it's just nice, and
Social engineering.
it may be that you don't have anything, and you can be honest about that too. Just say, "I would really like to work together on this line,
Yeah.
you know,
And
is that possible?" And if you're both in a place where you haven't worked on it at all, then that's a great place to start too.
right. Mert's got a great point here. Let them know you've got something specific to share.
Mhm.
This roundabout thing. And you may not, I've been struggling with this person. I do have their grandchild. and this thing here has been very helpful, and I'm just stuck here. And they might pop up and say, well, I'm actually from the same town, or who knows what, and
Mhm.
take you there.
Yeah.
Wow.
You just really never know. Let's put that into the yeah, just kinda throw that into the, "I could really use some help on this line." You can
Yeah.
also say that too, because that's
Yeah.
possible.
The line that you use that I always liked is, "This is a first date. Don't scare them."
Yeah, don't act like a weirdo.
So be weird. Imagine your imagine your little sister or brother saying, "Don't be weird. Don't
Weird.
embarrass me."
Don't be weird. Yeah, they're gonna read it to their spouse, and they're gonna say, "Does this person sound like they're legit?" Yeah,
Or they'll ask their kid.
yeah, yeah.
Their
Yes.
adult kid.
Their kids. That's it, exactly, exactly, yeah. And
Oh,
don't
man.
really and truly, on the flip side, don't ever ask anybody to share all the information that they have with you because that's too overwhelming. It really is. It's like,
Yeah,
where do I don't even know how to do that. I
yeah,
have tons of things. I don't know what you need.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah, it is.
Edmund's got a point to that. It's more about giving than taking. Asking for the
Mhm.
moon is just selfish.
It
And
is.
I would add to that from my world of photos. I can't tell you how many times in my previous company where we were always talking about photos, people would tell me about, somehow it always seemed to be the same story, but I posted all my best pictures to Ancestry, and now I find those pictures all over the moon. And pictures are somehow especially sensitive, and people especially feel as though I have these pictures. It's my right to decide everywhere they want to go, even though I had nothing to do with taking them and they're over 100 years old. Um, I get that. I mean, I forget anything to do with copyright or anything else. It's an emotional thing. And to appreciate how all of the work that people have done, um, in a deep desire to find somebody else who cared. And now you're offering to be the somebody who cares. Tell them that you care.
Right,
Somehow
right, right.
they're going to
Well,
be there.
yeah. And really, I think, I mean, I know it's kinda hard when we're sitting there and we're staring at names and numbers and we're talking about, just make sure that you get them all saved and all of these things, but really and truly, this is your next real live research partner in your family line, and the fact that they have signed up for RootsTech says that they're already on board with genealogy and family history, right? So it's not like you're reaching out to an unknown DNA contact,
Right.
match, you
Yeah.
know?
With information that can be totally dangerous and change their lives in ways that they did not want to
Right.
expect or anything else, which, yeah,
Exactly.
that's a great point.
Exactly. It
That's a
is.
great point.
And that's
Um,
exactly how I have found some of my most favorite research partners.
so how, in the year between now and next
Mhm.
February when they open up relatives at Roots Tech again, um, what's the best way to go about working with a research partner? Keeping in mind that you and I have never actually met either. I mean, we have this amazing world here of all of you. Hello, everyone.
Yes, I
Who
know,
are
all of
I
the
feel like I
things.
would pick you out of anyone, out of a crowd. But, what is the, best technique for working with people on an ongoing basis? You don't know what their day-to-day
What their
pressures are.
schedule
You
is.
don't know what their schedule is. Obviously, you can ask.
Right? You can ask.
There's
I
that.
I think, well, you really can only answer for yourself, but what I try to do is I try to set my own goals with certain lines. Okay, so kind of map out, how many months do we have between now and then,
Oh, you're good.
and try not to, overwhelm yourself in terms of, okay, this month maybe one line, another line. So during that one particular month, you're going to reach out to any of those cousins that you've connected with, or maybe not. Or like you said, I don't know if you said that.
I'll
already,
take
or
credit.
that was
Is it
another
good?
time?
Was it
About,
good?
yes, it was very good,
Oh,
and you did say it, but I don't know if it was
okay.
on this live or not, but, about, um, noticing the people that have added
Yeah,
memories or added documents or added sources or anything to your ancestors.
yeah.
You could click on them and reach out to them. That's a fantastic.
For all of the people that I now have in my relatives at RootsTech number this year, which is, I think, multiples of what it was last year. Um, the most amazing thing that absolutely rocked my world was looking at a cousin in relatives at RootsTech, going back to who we were related to, and noticing that guy had made an addition to one of my target relatives that I've been researching. So I tapped on it and realized it's the same person. Then I tapped on the document that said something like family document, family history, 600 pages. And it's 600 pages of what you tend to see in these family history documents that have been attached with attachments and attachments. But my goodness, it was incredibly helpful. And then out of the blue, somebody else reaches out to me in an email thread that went on for about 3 weeks. That's not right. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, that is right. And all of a sudden, I have a research partner. But it was, and then the guy answered my chat. So it really had not even anything directly to do with the chat. But this was combining all the things that you've said, that they were signed up for RootsTech. They opted in to relatives at RootsTech. They showed up. They know that I'm their fourth cousin because they were told to. And then I can see that they may connect added material to the same people that I'm talking to. That's several, those are all variables that tell me this is somebody that maybe isn't even involved all that much, but they had something and they care. And
Mhm.
that was very powerful. And Diane
Mhm.
chimes in with, always the marketing person there, virtual is the new real. And
To be real in person. That's right. That's
what
right.
is real anyway?
Mm.
So you had
So,
some other advice for some of the other pieces that will expire on April
um,
30th as well.
yeah, so
Or do you want to
we
keep going on this? Oh, you keep going on
um
this. We'll come back to the recordings later.
no,
You keep going.
I think that was it with those. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, anyway, about the goals, just
Oh, yes.
try
Like
to
one a
focus,
month.
because
Yeah.
it's like, how we are. It's very easy to get all rabbit holey.
I
But
just went on one.
make a plan and work your
Make a plan.
plan. That's the biggest thing. Yeah, just kind of set yourself some goals. This month I'm going to do this line, and also doing that gives your brain a break. If you keep banging your head up against the same brick wall for months and months and months on end, sometimes you're just not seeing the answer, and it'll be
Mhm.
and you do also need to give those cousins a little bit of a chance to respond. Like you said, they may have a completely different timeline than you do.
And different
I
expectations and be working on a different line.
I literally got a message this year. I got a message from someone that I originally messaged in 2023, and she had never responded. And her very first thing she said was, "Sorry about the late response." Okay, it's okay. You responded. I don't care.
It's okay. We got
That's it.
time. We'll wait. I'll,
You
I'll
did
meet you at the
eventually.
cemetery. We'll wait.
Yeah, there you go. I do eventually start wondering if they haven't passed away, you know, but anyway, but yeah, so that is it. Oh, one other thing that I wanted to say was, especially the people that you have been chatting with, I would put together a little bit of a um, blurb that says, "Don't know if you know, but RootsTech relatives at RootsTech is going to go away. We might not be able to chat this way. I just wanted to say it was nice working with you. Here's my email again
Yeah.
during the year."
Great tip. So basically, just to reiterate, go back to all of those people that you have chatted with
You've
this
responded.
year. And actually, maybe even those who haven't responded, just to give them a little nudge to
Mhm.
say, hey, by the way, I'm doing a little cleanup here, and I know, it's all expiring at the end of April, on Thursday, April 30th. And as far as you know, is it, like, I assume 11:59 p.m.
At
your local
midnight, yeah,
time,
yeah,
or is it like
yeah.
probably Mountain Time? Probably Mountain Time,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
because it's going to be worldwide. And I just wanted to, yeah, as you said, notice that little subtle engineering point there. I wanted to thank you for being there, and you can always reach me here anytime. I'm still here. We're still related.
I'm still waiting for you to respond. No, I'm
No
just
pressure.
it's okay. Yeah, it's just a good idea. Yeah,
Yeah,
anyway, so that's a good thing. I was also going to talk about uh-oh, we're getting close to time. Do we need to
that's okay.
get a wrap?
I'll
Okay.
speak to the boss. I'll speak to the boss. It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, she's
Um,
gone. She's taking a nap anyway.
she's already napping. She gave up on us, didn't she? The other thing that I was gonna talk about today a little bit was, using the playlists for organizing what you wanna watch, except I just realized this afternoon that it's been broken for about 2 days now. I went on and checked, and it's not letting you add anything to your playlists anymore, and I don't know. I
Mm.
know they froze the, if you went live no, what did they do? Uh, they froze something a couple of last week, and I'm wondering if it didn't break all of it, is what I'm getting at, and they didn't realize it yet. So anyway,
So
it'll
you're
probably
referring to the recordings of the sessions and
yes,
how to
so
go back, because in the advice you gave us originally, you and Bill, in your wonderful series, which is still available all over the web, all the cool Substacks, including billmoreny.substack.com and Roots Roots Roundup.
yeah, Root Squad.
Root
Squad
Squad, sorry.
written. That's okay.
Root Squad, just an excuse to repeat it. Root Squad Roundup, you will find your recordings together with Bill, in particular, on getting started with a whole series. But a lot of that back at the beginning of the program was how to be ready for RootsTech itself, how to grab all the syllabi for all of the different programs to make sure you had those handy, and then that you knew what to go watch. This morning, preparing, I went out to go make sure that I'd watched everything. I haven't watched everything. And I will recommend the from, I can't remember the name of the speaker, but from chaos to clarity, I believe.
Yeah,
Great.
it's an
It's a
awesome
fun
one.
little thing to watch. That's just a reminder of, don't panic. And it's a lot of the same kinds of descriptions that you're taking here, in the sense of, don't panic and take things a pace at a time and stay focused so you don't burn out. And if you feel like you're hitting something, it's okay. They don't, a pet peeve of mine, I hate the term "my brick wall," because first, it sounds like it's only you, and it's not. Second is the whole Ted Anthony discussion of, maybe they didn't want to be found, or maybe someone was intentionally trying to hide them. So it is an
Mhm,
interesting and important story to pursue, but sometimes it gets easier when you put it aside and then come back and look at it with fresh eyes. And that's why I say, instead of making that person a inanimate object of a brick wall that can't be broken,
mhm,
instead you say, okay, I am stumped with this one. What else can I do to go around it? And once again, as you're saying, come back to it with fresh eyes, come back and
mhm,
look at it differently. That was
mhm.
my experience with my ancestors. I'm trying to chase what happened in this immigration story, and I was following the male route, the male family line. And it's suddenly dawned on me that when the patriarch died and the widow and her mother are the migrants, guess what? They're following themselves. Now I know, I did find a record where she was using her married name, which is another big aha moment. But yeah, look at it differently. Great
Mhm.
stuff.
All of
And
the
how
things.
a question for you, how can I know which recordings are going bye-bye and which are not. I mean, it was clear which were live in-person sessions only and which were online. And then the online is online, but apparently some online is not going to stay online. How can you know what goes away April 30th?
As far as the recordings are concerned, they're all
Yeah.
gonna stay there. They're not going away. They will
Oh, okay.
slowly start migrating. So what they will do is they'll slowly start migrating some of them, the most popular ones, to YouTube, and then that's when they'll go out of the conference app. So this
Uh,
year's will probably stay up at least until next year. Yeah.
ah,
Yeah,
oh,
maybe
so y-
even longer. Sometimes what they start doing is the ones that they're removing are 3 and 4 years old, and those are the ones that things have changed, that have screenshots or things
yeah,
that are
yeah.
not up.
How to use software that was
Yeah,
expired five
got
years ago.
got
Use.
changed. Yes, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
that kind of thing.
very helpful.
Yes, all of that is
Mert
on there.
adds, historically, keynotes are sometimes going away depending on the
Oh, yeah,
contract with a special guest.
good
So that
point. Watch
means,
those first. Mhm.
yeah, I don't, Mert, while you're thinking about this, thank you, Diane. Appreciate it. Always
Thank
fun. Was always
you.
great to see you as well. Um,
Very
to
good.
Mert's to Mert's point, just a general question. I don't know if it's possible, and Mert, if you know, drop it in there. I don't know if it's possible to know if there are special contracts with special guests, but I think good sensibility tells you that if there are, I don't know, movie stars or people who do their classes for a living
Mhm,
and have ongoing programs that they charge money for, those are probably the ones to go away by the 30-day window, the April 30th date. So if
mhm,
you're concerned about something like that, I would prioritize those. I would also prioritize yeah, poor internet. Go to a local library. I would also prioritize things that relate to something very contemporaneous, like the latest talk on all those latest talks on AI, all those talks on using agents or whatever the latest thing is.
mhm.
Because, yeah, those are going to be topical. And as
Change.
shocking as it seems, all
Yeah,
that latest stuff that you want to run out there and go do, guess what? It'll all be obsolete next year.
it'll be different
Um,
tomorrow. Yeah. Okay.
well,
Um,
actually, Bert, you made the point two different ways. It's okay.
oh. I have one more thing that I wanna talk about just a little bit,
Yes.
because I know we did some online, live watch parties, but that is one thing that FamilySearch has put together for their affiliate library partners, is giving us permission to have watch parties during the year,
Ah,
so we can continue to watch those, and as far as I know, I mean, there really wouldn't be any reason why we couldn't get a group of people together online and maybe stream what is it, like
so
StreamYard? We could watch it
just
together and
yeah, just clarifying here. If
comment.
y'all don't know just who Kyla is, Kyla is Kyla, but she is also everybody else's Kyla too, because she is a genealogy librarian and an affiliate library. Is that
Mhm,
right?
yes, mhm,
So, as part of her affiliate library, that's the context here. And I think I heard you say that if there was an interest here in this, mix of all of our memberships and everybody who is out there and interested within the range of my voice, if there's an interest in doing a, watch list together and discuss popcorn and soda together, we can do that, even for the events that happened in March. Why
mhm,
not? So I think that's a wonderful offer. And if you're interested, you have your own genealogical society. I'm looking at you, Bill,
that's right.
or anybody
I
else.
am doing
Um,
one live. I'm
you
doing
can
a
do one
monthly
live.
live in my library too, so
Get your buddies together. And if you don't have any of that yourself, but you are a member or you do know where your local library is, and I don't know, many of us do. Um, Pop on in there and look at those bulletin boards or their online event calendar. And if they don't have one, you might suggest one yourself. So I think it's a fun way to do that. And Linda Stufflebean chimes in here with the Society
Yeah.
of Genealogists hosted a RootsTech 2026 party, and we were together in a Zoom room. It was fun. She's referring to the UK-based Society of Genealogists, way the hell over there in London, a long way away, and it was great fun. And as a matter of fact, since you brought it up, thanks, Linda. The good people of the Society of Genealogists, together with the British Association for Local History and the Society for One Place Studies, are collaborating and invited Project Kid as a co-sponsor to the All About That Place series. This will be the 4th year running, I think, since the 10th year anniversary for the Society for One Place Studies. And it's coming up in October 7th to 16th. It's already on the Project Kin calendar, coincidentally, which if you go look at October, any of those dates, the October 7th to 16th, you'll see a link, wait for it, where you too can pre-record a talk to submit. Actually, the box that's open now is to submit an idea that they will approve, and then you go do your 10-minute recording, because otherwise, I mean, who wants to do one of those and have them say, yeah, no? That would be no fun at all. So they are maybe planning to expand the party sessions next year, which would be really fun. And you know what? I think one of the things that's really fun about doing those kinds of things is we're extending the globe. You know, I'd like to think that all of us here as Project Kin have seen a lot of joy and benefit from seeing, what a shared experience in a coal, from coal mines, or shared
Learning so
experience in
much.
gold mines. I mean, we've learned so much from each other about shared experiences, about history, and different perspectives on exactly the same history. So being able to do these watch parties with people from a different perspective would be great fun too. So great idea, Linda. Thanks so much for bringing that up. Wow. Well, okay. Maybe my cat's asleep now, so it's probably time
Time to go.
time to
Get
wrap
up
it
on
up.
this.
I want
Okay.
to thank all of you for taking your own time to join us today from around the world. It is always fun. Oh, hello, Legacy Project. Thanks so much for joining. I'm sorry, but we are just wrapping up. But that reminds me, one of the things that I like to do, I go out of my way to do, and I do hope it's helpful for you, is to, after we have these sessions, I beaver away. That's my Canadian expression. Get it? Beaver away. I beaver away to collect notes that reference things like how to do a screenshot, and on a Windows and a Mac, which I will add, your handy dandy list of the different kinds of things to be sure to do, and the best way to be working with partners, make plan, work your plan, and playlists, some of those kinds of things. I will be dropping all of those into my notes. Any one of you out there in the field that want to stuff me some little special tip in the next hour or so, I'm all ears. You know how to reach me, projectkin.org at gmail.com. Or I always welcome into the notes here, because that's the best way to get to everybody anyway. People might not know how to reach you too. Always good. And everybody is welcome. Substack or no, Substack is just a convenient way to do this. So thank you all. It was great fun. And I'm going to see you at NGS, the National Genealogical Society. So we'll maybe have to do a live stream ahead of that one, eh?
Yeah. Sounds good to me.
Okay. Thank you all.
Thanks.
Take care
Bye.
now. Bye-bye. Stay safe out there.